a sec, but I think you should be good.
Today is August 1st. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Today is August 1st, and the Yankees have swept a series. The New York Yankees are the best to ever do it, and the Miami Marlins kind of stink. Let's talk Yanks. Hello and welcome to Talkin Yanks. Thank you very much for joining us today on this Sunday. Yankees just polished off a sweep. They won the final game, completing the sweep, coming from behind, doing the baseball. My name's Jimmy. We got Jake here and producer BBD. It is a remote show. Hope you don't mind. We're not in the studio or the office. We were up in Hudson Valley at the High A affiliate, playing blitzball all day yesterday, and I cannot move. Jake, how are you doing?
James, Big Baby David, everyone in the chat. I even got the chat popped today, which is impressive on a Zoom app that I figured out the 3 things I had to click to get there. So very proud of me early. New month. Our bodies are incredibly sore from some sun and throwing a 1-ounce ball all day, but the Yanks are back. They're undefeated, the new Yankees. So that's fun. And Jim, I was thinking about it because, BBD actually went to the office. We were having some technical difficulties there. And we were debating remote anyways. And then, Jim, there's been some bad juju this year. Let's be honest. Yanks have kind of stunk. And now we've kind of got a 2018 show feel here. We're remote. I've got these big headphones on my head. Like Noodle will bark at some point. Like we got some old good energy right now.
Okay. I mean, I kind of like it. If we think this works on Sundays, weekdays probably still be in the office, but we'll get you a mic. I know, apologies in advance. We did not plan for this. So Jake usually brings a mic home when we do. So just deal with that. And if you complain about it again, you're booted from our existence in our lives. Can I tell you another thing, Jake, before we get into it? And I mean, BBD,
I'd love to. Entirety of the show.
I'd love to get your opinion on that, BBD. Do you think the fact that we are recording from our homes helped reverse what some people were saying was the Talkin Yanks record day curse?
I'm very open to it. Because if that means we can not go in on Sundays, that'd be cool.
I think as I have a kid and everything, we're going to get there. We just need to get Jake a little mic for his setup.
I want a big mic.
I'm going to get you the same mic that I have.
Bigger.
Bigger than this?
I want a mic bigger than my head. I want a boom mic.
This thing's got to be huge.
It would add up for the headphones you always wear and the AirPods you always wear. Everything's always big.
And it
doesn't complement your head well.
In-shot boom mic. Yeah, anything to contrast the size of my peanut head is the goal.
Who do you want to be holding the boom mic? Noodle?
Noodle, ideally. I had the boom mic just planted in something, but now I like having someone to hold it.
I have Noodle wearing a harness that has the mic in it, and you just have to follow him around.
Oh, I have to chase him around.
Yes, to be on the mic, you have to, wherever the dog goes, that's where
if he falls asleep, it's an incredible episode. Let's go.
Yeah, no, it's a great episode today, man. It was a great episode because
Noodle was out for 45 minutes, dude.
No, usually you can't even hear this dude because his dog is the one that holds his mic.
It's a good podcast. Don't listen to them on the 4th of July because you're going to have a bad time.
Nothing but Jake chasing his dog who's scared of fireworks.
Oh, yeah, that's where we're at.
No, can I tell you where I'm at?
Yes.
I'm I have decided to throw any sort of logic or fear of like embarrassment of like being all in, which I've decided to that it's the second half of the season.
Right.
They're the New York Yankees, and I'm throwing it out the window. I have the Angels Oakland game on right now, and I have fist pumped every time the Angels have scored. And I am going to start scoreboard hunting, and I'm going to start watching games of the teams that the Yankees are chasing down. And I'm going to go fully, I'm going to throw aside like, math and rationale and logic, and I'm just going to enjoy or be let down by the results. And I'm going to allow myself to be swept up in it from here until the end. I'm going guardless. People could be like, "Are you an idiot?" Of course they don't have a chance. However you want to feel. I'm letting my guard down, and I'm going. My heart is with the team the rest of the way.
It's absolute sicko season. The sickest thought I had today, new segment on Talkin' Yanks, was I was happy the Oakland Athletics traded for Starling Marte so that Houston couldn't trade for Starling Marte. So that's how sick my thought process is already getting for the upcoming season. And dude, how could you not, man? How could you not? And how many of these Talkin' Yanks episodes have we been for the past 2 months? Like, do something different, play somebody else, figure it out. And we did in a big way. It's Rizzo and Gallo, and holy crap. I mean, Anthony Rizzo. We're 3 games in, and we're getting into a nervous territory with this gentleman because I don't know where he's going to land on a Yankees heartbreak scale at some point. Because, I mean, flash forward 4 months from now, whatever happens. Like, Anthony Rizzo kind of can't be in the Yankees' plans, but right now he's our best player, and he's, like, godly. So, I don't know, man. I don't think there's anything else you can do, but just get lost in it. Like, prepare for Anthony Rizzo to be Yankees great. Joey Gallo, I haven't seen anyone run as hard as Joey Gallo since a young Brett Gardner. Like, I cut Joey Gallo running a couple times this series. I thought it was Wade. And then I was like, oh, that's the new behemoth we brought in. So let's get nuts.
Your fucking son-in-law just hit a 3-run homer to tie it 3-3. A's in Oakland.
My son-in-law, which is tricky here. Yeah, I don't have that one.
Okay.
Matt Olson.
Yeah, you had it.
I know.
So there you go.
Future Yankee Matt Olson, by the way.
The problem with this series is
okay.
The Marlins are bad.
Yeah, so
bad team that did the opposite of the Yankees. Like, they're the new Marlins, and they got worse. That's some bad ball.
Yeah, and Booney was just doing his post-game presser, and they were asking questions about the offense, and he was fair, especially with Alcantara. I mean, that dude is disgusting. And like, if there's one thing the Marlins can do, and their stadium can do, dude, they need to fix that. Like, that's Jeet's next move. Move the fences in, because there was a couple balls hit this series that like kind of have to be major league home runs, and they were not. So if there's something the Marlins do, it's pitch / not allow runs to be scored. So, and Alcantara is gross. I love him. So I'm not too worried about that. Brian Anderson throwing away a double play ball that changes the recording day curse and all of that. I'm going to choose to ignore that for a little bit because we just need the juju for now. But yeah, this ain't a good team.
No. I think you say their pitcher's name wrong, but I'm not sure.
So I thought it was Alcantara, and then I heard Jack Curry say Alcantara. So I always lean Jack Curry.
I think it is Alcantara.
Baseball References has it wrong. It's spelled Alcantara.
It might have been one of those things where like this spring training or something, he finally was like, by the way, it's pronounced this.
Okay.
I know we did this at some point on Talking Baseball. It came up.
Well,
it sucks that it's not easy.
I mean, just spelling. That's that's a tricky one because it's not even like if you read that Alcantara, Terra, it's not like you give that to someone and they say, "Oh, I think this could go a lot of ways." Like if it's Alcantara, they're just blindsiding you there. It's like Brett Favre. Like, "Oh no, that's actually Favre," and you're like, "What?"
Right, and
How?
I'm not doing like a Latin name or anything like that. It's just names can go any way with it. There's zero rules.
It is kind of ridiculous that there's zero rules of pronouncing names phonetically correct.
Ruleless.
Yeah.
Society needs to get over mispronunciation, though, to be fair.
Sure. And bad math.
I think as long as you're trying your best.
The math thing, that's a personal podcast issue.
Isn't it scientifically proven that people that care about typos and spelling mistakes are the dumbest on the earth?
I think in your head, for sure. 100%.
So that's scientifically proven?
What science? Now we're getting into the real issues.
If you ever read a tweet and you fully understand what they're saying, but they got the wrong there, or your, or they left out a comma, but you fully understood what they were saying.
Right.
And then you get caught up in like a mistake, even though it didn't stop you from fully understand what they were saying. You're the biggest problem in that scenario.
To get us back on track a little bit, I just started sweating from podcasting. So
is it hot?
No, I did have to turn off the AC, so maybe that is a factor. Also, these headphones are heavy.
Headphones are, yeah. Go one headphone first.
I'm kind of working out.
It kills.
Yeah.
This is my neck workout.
Go ahead. Go one headphone. Just for everyone. All right.
No, I'm a little deaf.
Yeah.
Just pictured myself screaming.
You are.
Yeah, I know.
Noodle's definitely like dead loud right now.
Noodle's pissed. He's like, I thought we were done. I thought we were done with this.
Dude, the Angels suck. The A's are up 5-3 now.
They're horrible.
God. Damn, man.
What housekeeping do we have? We have injuries. Herman, Albert Abreu.
Yeah, I didn't read any quotes on Herman. Smells a lot like the old CC Sabathia 10-day stint to me.
I guess the only thing I'm curious about, because they said shoulder inflammation, but it seems like nobody's scared. And they were resting him earlier. I guess the only thing I've been wondering lately is, are they ever going to put Taillon in that same book? Because like Taillon's on pace for what, $160 innings this year? And I mean, he's shoving, but he also hasn't pitched in 2 years. So that's the only thing whenever we talk about this Herman and they're like, he didn't pitch at all last year. I'm like, well, neither did the double Tommy John guy, but are we going to address that, or he's just pitching good and let it ride?
Yeah. Interesting. I mean, maybe like when Mingo comes back, Taillon has a 10-day, or maybe Domingo actually has inflammation, but they were up against a decision here. And I don't know. I'll put it this way. It's if Mingo comes back, it's not going to be a bad thing that he got a 10-day rest because he, has not pitched as many innings. They really want to lean on him down the stretch a little more. So, my initial gut reaction, and if he's actually injured and if he's worried about anything, I feel terrible about that. But my initial gut reaction was, this is a CC 10-day IL where they're like, you know what, dude, like we need to just put time out on you for a little bit, catch your breath and get ready for a second half because you're throwing a lot of innings and you usually don't throw this many innings.
And Kester had a line that, again, Curry, Kay, I mean, their little birdies know more than our little birdies. Kay had a line in the broadcast that was like, the Yanks planned on a few of these this year. So I wonder if any little birdies chirp some.
Yeah.
I'm open to that being what it is, because all the quotes sound like they're not worried and it's not going to be a long-term thing, and that they going into the year they were worried about him doing a full season workload.
And Heaney debut tomorrow, right?
Did they announce that?
I think so.
Cool. So did they announce the whole rotation then for next season, next series?
Let's see. I don't know off the top of my head as the sweat pours down.
The other thing that is groundskeeping is that
they did Heaney, Cole, Tyone.
So Tyone will miss Seattle.
At least according to the MLB app, which usually is
that doesn't
pretty
count.
Up to date, but
Fangraphs does have
right
this,
before.
Fangraphs does have the same for the record. That can change.
But that's just the normal. Like both those sites just do the normal rotation.
Right.
I would.
But they also usually don't put the series in until the series is done, at least. So Boone might have just said that, but
we can check. I would expect that they push Tyone, so he faces the Mariners and not Baltimore. But we can check. And wait. I'd be surprised if they didn't. I guess I'll say that.
Because right now, I'm with you. I think we all expect that. Because right now, Monty would be on path for the second game in Seattle. And right now, no one is on path for the first game. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we get a little bit of funny business if they can get Tyone to the first game in Seattle.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Other housekeeping is that Cashman said he expects Kluber and Sevy or one of them back August 20th to September 1st. So late August.
Sevy has a rehab start in Somerset Tuesday. They're expecting 3 innings / 50 pitches.
Okay. Hope that goes well.
Yeah, so get a little religious on Tuesday or whatever you do to believe in stuff.
What about Voit?
I think Voit also begins a rehab assignment Tuesday. I think Cashman said that this morning.
It's nice that they're actually going to let him do a rehab assignment.
Well, and they basically said they're planning to drag their feet on it. They're like, yeah, we're going to really let him get in the flow. So we'll see, man. That's an impending situation. But hey, Stanton catches fly balls, and he actually didn't look awful. Because he's one of the most in shape people in the world.
He also scored from second.
Yeah, that was a scary send,
on a single. Yeah. Yeah, Nevin's in a bad situation there.
Thank you, Brian Anderson.
Yeah. All right, let's get to the burns.
Sure.
Are you ready?
I think so. Our burns, are we saving our...
Oh, brought to you by Magic Spoon cereal. Is that correct?
Magic Spoon.
I got boxes of Magic Spoon in the house. I was going to bring them down for this, but I kept them upstairs because then I'd just be snacking on them the whole time.
Yeah.
But I will have some Magic Spoon tonight.
Oh, you can't bring those down.
No. They have to stay where they are, and they have to be like I eat them when I eat them. I can't be eating them all the time situation because it's good, and cereal's really good.
Did you get the did we all get the
Did you get the new flavors?
Pack?
Yeah, did you try them?
Can we discuss them? Or are they still secret?
Yes,
it's not a secret anymore. It's
Secret's out.
Yes, so they have new flavors. We will be discussing them in 2 seconds. If you don't even know what Magic Spoon is, it's healthy, guilt-free cereal. You can have an adult relive your childhood, have some fun. 0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, only 4 net grams of carbs in each serving, only 140 calories serving, just like Jake. Keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, and low-carb. And you could build your own box. Get a variety pack with the available flavors: cocoa, fruity, frosted, peanut butter, blueberry, and cinnamon. And they're bringing back 2 super popular flavors: cookies and cream and maple waffle, permanently. When these flavors were first introduced for a limited time, they sold out quickly. So they have them back permanently now. We will discuss those new flavors after I tell you that you got to go to magicspoon.com/Yanks to grab your delicious cereal. Use promo code Yanks at checkout to save $5 off your order. Magicspoon.com/Yanks and use code Yanks to save $5 off. Did you like the new flavors? Cookies and cream and maple waffle. What are your thoughts?
So I got pretty juiced up for the cookies and cream, and that's obvious. The sweet flavors, my natural physique, A plus B equals C there. And it was good. And I had a bowl and I was like, this is good. And then I paused and I was like, well, let's see this maple waffle. So then I had a bowl of that as well. And it's delicious. I think I lean maple waffle, both.
Yeah,
good.
I'm maple waffle. Maple waffle reminded me of that waffle Eggo cereal that I used to have when I was a kid. It was little, it was like a square of little waffles.
Yeah, and you used to pour a bunch of salt in the bowl.
Not me. You must be thinking of BBD. He told us that once, that he was a big salt and cereal eater. And it reminded me of those, but those when I was a kid were probably full of sugar, and that's why they tasted so good. And this has 0 grams of sugar.
This is healthy.
0 grams of sugar.
I've been having a good fake healthy day. I had Magic Spoon for lunch today.
Nice. Both flavors?
My breakfast wasn't as healthy. The Magic Spoon was healthy.
What was the breakfast?
Magic Spoon saved it.
Well, I had an omelet, which is like fake. It can be healthy in some cultures. It's not not my current diet.
What'd you put on the omelet?
And then I had a smoothie. Sausage, egg, and sneeze.
Nice.
So you can incorporate healthy stuff into an omelet.
Right. I might be keto.
Not sausage and cheese, though.
That's the fake healthy part.
I think isn't sausage and cheese keto?
But it's not healthy for you.
But if I was doing a full keto thing, it could be.
Okay.
I think so.
I'm keto now.
Keto heads in the chat, let us know.
Proud keto head. Our keto.
Magic Spoon. Promo code JOMBOY?
Yanks.
Burn,
Jakey, burn.
Holy smokes, I was born on the bayou, and then you take a flight from there and you head to Miami, where Jameson Taillon was twirling it for the Yanks against Zach Thompson. Not in my book. Don't know you, dude. But hey, like our college house senior year, Jimmy, through the first 5 innings, we've got 10 zeros. It's shutout through 5 until HR to the Rizzo, B to the Jizzy. That's the anthem. Get your damn hands up. The Italian king in his Yankees debut hits a solo dong to make it 1-0 Yanks in the 8th. What is that smell? Roogie Rugai. Oh, no. Watch Judge and Rizzo score. 3-0 New York Yanks. Anderson has an RBI. No, he doesn't, because it's a double play. What a fool. Jim, Yanks go Taillon, Loizaga, Breton to Chapman. They take game 1, 3-1 final.
Wow. I guess the way Zoom works is it just mutes my mic when yours is going.
Sure.
So for the live YouTube, only I was the one that had the music in the background. But if you listen on the podcast app, BBD will put it in there. Good job. Good game.
Try.
Good job. Good game.
They win game 1. Rizzo makes an immediate impact. They play well, and they're the best ever.
How about the stretch Taillon is on? I think we'll talk about him later, but another 5.2 shutty.
Do you want to talk about, the lineup kind of surprised us because we were excited for the big lineup. But DJ and Gio were both left out, both battling something. What is it?
LeMahieu with triceps, and because they're the Yankees, they didn't tell us anything, but they subbed him in and put him at second, and they put Rugi at third. which Rugi has never played third in the major leagues, which made everyone assume it's DJ's right tricep, which is some basic detective stuff.
Then he did have to make a play, and they did have to use Gio, and Gio came through. And then Nestor Cortez pinch ran for Gio. So that was kind of the story of the game.
I mean, just all-time stuff. Shout out to our Talkin Yanks team for the Nestor Cortez running coverage. Fantastic. Yeah, and this lineup looked good, because they added Joey Gallo and Anthony Rizzo. Gallo 2, Rizzo 4. I guess we'll track that as we go, as that continues to be new. Stanton was in left field for the first time this year, so we were excited for that. And yeah, Rugi was batting, sixth? And, Rugi had been our 3-hole hitter, and we got comfy with that for a little bit because he was playing well. So to see him down there with those other names, even without DJ and Gio in the lineup, we were still excited for this lineup. Cuts to 0-0 in the 6th. Rizzo hits an absolute mammo job. And Yankees bullpen had an incredible series. Britton gives up 1, but it's enough to beat this team.
Rugi and the Riz.
Rugi and the Riz, man. Right side, baby.
That's all it's ever been about. Yeah. I mean, Laza to Brittany to Chappie gets it done. And then Tyone we'll talk about later. Someone in the chat said, guys, I teach math and no baseball. You might want to give me a spot. Dan, I appreciate it, but we're not a math pod. So I would imagine thinking that knowing math would get you a spot at the company.
That would kind of ruin the show a little bit.
We're hard out on math. Zach Pop, we got to see him. That's a fun name.
Zach Pop. Was this the Glaber ejection game?
Yeah.
How about that?
That was pretty wild. I mean, I know he threw his bat, but you see guys throw their bats. It's seemingly pretty quick ejection on a bad call.
The quick hook.
Really
soft
quick.
hook.
You're out.
Your college nickname.
Quick soft hook?
Yeah.
Yeah. QSH.
Because of your basketball game.
Mm-hmm. In the bedroom. You want to get mini hoop?
I mean, probably at some point, right? I mean, maybe we keep the kids in line and tell them, maybe if you're well behaved.
My dad's company had 2 pieces of glass at the receptionist area that you could talk to the receptionist through in the office space. And at the end of every day, they would all get 1 throw to throw a ball through that crack. They called it glass ball. We should, and then you got a prize or something. We should come up with hey, everyone gets 1 throw a day if you get it in or you make this shot.
The rest of the office plays jiggly ball. Do you want to play?
The rest of the office doesn't play jiggly ball.
We play jiggly ball every day.
They don't. It's a lie. BBD doesn't even know what jiggly ball is.
David?
No, I totally know.
Yeah. It's a guy that doesn't know. Jiggly ball was basically back alley at bats in college. It was the alley in between our house and the other house.
Jiggly ball is it's the game the janitor pretends to know in Scrubs to get JD to play it cool like he knows it. And then they just peg him with tennis balls.
But we had our version of jiggly ball in college.
We did play a game called Jiggly Ball at one point.
It was basically back alley bats. All right. Good game. The Yankees win. Game 2. Are you ready? On your mark.
Odor had a dumb error. Yep.
Get set.
Domingo Sabato in South Beach versus my guy. Welcome to Mr. Rogers' neighborhood as Trevor Rogers comes back from the IL for the Miami Fish. Jimmy, there goes that mam again. Rugi Odor with the RBI single makes it 1-0 nothing in the second. El Kraken, he cracks one, would have been gone at the stadium. It's a ground rule double, 2-0 Pinstripes. But these fish got fight. Alfaro with the triple. How about that? The speedy catcher. He put on a show this series. And then the wild pitch. We're locked up at 2s. Oh, my God. Jim, what do these Yankees do? They score on wild pitchers. A Bender, been there. He throws it away. Rizzo scores. It is 3-2 Yankees. And Jim, these new Paisan Yankees have too much fortitude and future. Yankee captain Anthony Rizzo hits another one. What fortitude. Yankees go Herman to Litke to Clay Holmes, excuse me. Chad Green and Johnny Laza for the save. We never sweated it in the ninth. Yankees win the series and this game 4-2.
Great stuff. Great stuff. We were at the Hudson Valley Renegades game, but the section they had us in had a TV playing the Yankees game. I didn't know that was going to be available to us, but it was kind of nice to be able to walk back and forth, watch the Renegades, who also won on a walk-off. Awesome game by them. What was the kid who hit it? Chad Bell.
Chad Bell.
And Chad gets into this game and has a clean inning. So it was just a story for all the Chads in the Yankee system on this day.
Chad rang the bell for the Yankees while Chad Bell hit the walk-off.
Mm-hmm. Mingo was pitching pretty good, man. Scoreless through 3. He gets 2 outs with 1 on in the 4th. And then the triple does him in, then a wild pitch. That hurts him a lot. What hurts him more is it's National League Baseball, and his spot in the order was coming up next. Did he get? Yeah, they used Gio. So they put a lot of runners on, and they had to pinch hit Gio for him in the 5th with bases loaded, I believe. So Herman's day ends short, and that's why the National League sucks.
Yeah, and, we do hear about the shoulder inflammation, so who knows what happened before, after, during, or if it's funny business or what. But, yeah, that's there. And, yeah, man, I mean, and by the way, if you don't think there's the Yankees rest analytic person that is just licking their chops, DJ could have played this series. They say he's going to start tomorrow. Gio, they're not as confident about, which is getting to a little scary territory, but he also pinch hit in the first 2 games of this series. So, how hurt are you? But they definitely saw the fish and wanted to get a little tricky in the National League, and it pays off. So good for you. Eat your wet steaks tonight, Yankees rest analytics guy. But yeah.
Yeah. What was at the end there? You started on Herman. You pivoted on me pretty quick. I don't know how to respond to what you said.
Okay. What part do you need to hear again?
I don't know. You just shuffled through so much real quick. I threw you a Herman topic. You came back to me with.
Well, Herman doesn't have an answer at this point. Yes, there's some NL baseball with the injury stuff. You're kind of left in a blast spot about it.
Yeah, they didn't say the injury thing after the game. I mean, that seems like they took him out because of Gio. So, my point was, it sucks looking at NL box scores because you can't really trust anything.
Right.
He came out in the 4th, but usually that looks like a pretty bad game. 4 innings pitched, 2 runs, but they had a chance to put up runs in the 5th, so they took him out. So my point was that NL lines for pitchers are just stupid.
They can be, and on top of that, we don't know about the other Herman stuff.
Don't know. Clay Holmes, I don't know if we're going to talk about him later. I kind of was planning on it. I don't know.
There's some sneaky potential there. Nice inning.
5-pitch inning.
Yeah.
5-pitch inning. Just a bunch of ground balls. Pretty cool.
That's what he does. And hey, how about Glaber, Gallo, and Judge go 0 for 14 this game, your top 3 hitters. But Rizzo, best ever situation, 5 for 5. So,
yeah. Was it 2 for 2 with 2 walks and a hit by pitch? Is that like what it would actually break down to?
yes.
5 for 5 on base. Not bad. Earns him the leadoff spot in game 3.
Yeah. Rugi with the 2-hit day. Well, Stanton double. Licky, another like nice 2-inning performance by him. And yeah, I got a little hairy in the 9th, but Johnny Els gets the save, 3rd of the year.
Did you hear what they said today that Johnny Els likes saving? He likes the rush of it.
Good. Be a lot more worried if he said he hated it.
Everything worked out here, and I don't know if it's because of the Marlins or because of the Yankees. We can go to game 3, but not using Chapman game 2. If there's no save situation in game 3 presented, then you're gonna look back and say, if Laza messes up and there's no save situation in game 3, you're gonna say, well, guys, just use your closer.
Well, and that's where I ended my crazy rant before. The Yankees rest guy is celebrating with his sloppy steaks tonight. Like, he's stoked about the Chapman decision. He's stoked about the DJ and Gio stuff. And like I was saying, potentially Domingo could even be tied into that, whether it is a faux IL situation or if it was just NL baseball. But yeah, I mean, the Yankees, they did a little high wire act this series. I mean, this game was in trouble and, as was today.
They did like the Detroit Tigers-esque situation. Not as hardcore, but also their second-tier players are much better than their second-tier players were when they were playing the Tigers.
Well, losing the DH, which is normally a rest day for every other team, the Yankees rest analytics guy was actually stoked. We don't have to play another position guy today.
Yeah,
it's incredible.
True. We get to rest another guy. Yeah. That is true. All right, let's go to game 3.
Let's do it, man.
It was today's game.
Oh.
Yeah, it was today. Do you want the music? You can't hear it, right?
Can't really hear it. Do you want me to while I talk, make music in the back of my throat?
Like the guy from Spaceballs that can do all the sounds at once?
Yeah, make the sounds while I talk.
Yes, let's do that. Okay, here we go. Game 3 on your mark. Good, set, burn.
The Yankees are hoping to use their broomsticks for the first time in about a month and a half. The full Monty, Jordan Montgomery twirling it for the Yanks versus Sandy Cheeks Alcantara. The Fish try to hold on to their bikini bottoms and grab a dub. Jordan wishes he could take a blue or red pill to stop his first inning struggles. Mr. Anderson, RBI ground out as Brian makes it 1-0 Fish. And it would stay that way into the 8th. Monty went 5 innings, 1 earned run. Alcantara, Al can't hit you. 7 innings shutout, 10 Ks, but in the 8th, he is in the Riz zone right now. Tony Meatballs, RBI single. The judge orders the same for himself. Yankees take a 2-1 lead, make it 3 after there's jazz everywhere. Chisholm throws it away. Yanks go Monty to Clay Holmes to Joely to Britton to Chappie. Yanks win 3-1 and sweep the Fish in South Bish. Let's go Yanks.
Let's do it. Let's go Yanks. What was the Mr. Anderson reference?
That's the Matrix.
Monty
was going to take the blue or red pill to forget his first inning struggles. Mr. Anderson, he had the RBI hit. He's the bad guy in that movie.
It's just I've never seen it, so it's just my bad.
You like it based on a true story.
Yep. I wouldn't. I've seen the first Matrix. Didn't like it, so I didn't see others.
Okay.
Yeah. Go the Yankees. 13-21 per my math. So don't trust it. In last game of the series now. 1-1 with the New York Yankees.
Yeah. 1 for 1.
1 for 1.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, new Yankees are just undefeated, period. Yeah, I mean, whenever a starting pitcher is being nasty and they have to come out of the game and they go to the bullpen, that is your glimmer of hope as the other team. And Brett Gardner, who the internet is trying to turn on again, he has a big RBI, or he has the big leadoff hit that lets the Yankees pass the baton to their new captain, Anthony Rizzo. Single, Judge follows it up. Bingo, bango, bongo. Go Yanks.
They jumped the Mariners. So, well, they're tied with them. I was excited about that. I'm all in. I told you at the top of the show.
There's no reason not to be. There's no reason not to be.
The Angels are bringing in Austin Warren right now. He's retired all 4 batters faced on Thursday in his debut. So good night, the lights in Oakland.
Hey, good night, your lights in Oakland.
Probably changed the bulbs. Probably haven't changed the bulbs in a while.
Jakey's 5 things list to change the season. I mean, if you want to make Rizzo and Gallo 1 and 2, those are pretty big ones.
Get a whole bunch of good players.
Tyone being like lights out Tyone. You could put that in a bucket. The bullpen this series, I think they went like 12.1 innings, 1 earned run, if you want to make that a finger. And then do whatever you want with your last finger. Give it to Monty, shove it up your bum, Stanton playing left field, whatever you want.
Grow your fingernail out.
What's that?
Grow your fingernail out.
Sorry.
Grow your fingernail out.
Meatball down my leg.
Do whatever you want.
Do whatever you want with your fingers.
Let a dog lick it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything, really. Okay, you want to do awards? You got anything else?
I don't think so. This was a sleepy game, which worked out because you and I are, and BBD, everyone, I think we're a little physically worn out. But yeah, there was definitely...
It was not a sleepy game. I disagree with that because I wanted to take a nap during it really, really bad, but it was too close.
Oh, you should take a little nap. Yeah, I mean, with the way Alcantara looked, yeah, I mean, the 8th inning, it was definitely if we lose this game, obviously things are still good. If we win this game, we can go completely blind. Anthony Rizzo's the best ever. These are a complete new team. They win on record days. We swept for the first time since June 17th, I think. So, Yanks, babe. I'm back in Denver recording. Like, this is nuts.
We just need to switch to flip.
Your new background kind of looks like your Lavalette background, and I've got my painting back.
Wasn't my background wood in Lavalette?
I feel like there used to be an area that looked a little like that.
But yours is like that couch and that painting is like you are in Denver.
I'm in Denver.
That's crazy that you're in Denver.
Same dog?
I mean, a little more feist to him now. He's a New York City dog now.
Noodle. We'll see if we can get him.
Get over here with that microphone.
Looks like one of those fish that has the things dangling from them.
Found one more piece of housekeeping we missed earlier. Sal Romano DFA'd 1 series after getting the 'Cause I'm Real award.
And that is sad. I feel bad for Big Sal.
No one's claimed Ryan Lamar yet, right?
So hold up. With Heaney coming, that the Mingo move was for Heaney?
Abreu came up when Domingo went on the IL today.
So if Mingo was a planned injury, like my gut said or something like that, you know, just to get him rest after he pitched, they would have just sent Nestor down and said, "Don't worry, we're going to call you right back up," or just waited it out and sent, and then they wouldn't have had to lose Big Sal. So the fact that they DFA'd Big Sal and then the next day sent Herman to the IL makes me lean a little bit more that it's a straight up, like, actually going through some sort of injury. It's not just a faux, we need you to get some rest, shutdown time.
Shoulder inflammation can be nothing or like a massive thing.
So how much shoulder inflammation do you think I have right now?
You have shoulder inflammation right now.
Played 3 games on Saturday.
Yeah.
Did you see all the responses? Kyle posted a picture of us at the Dutch in Fishkill, and there's a bunch of responses like, I hope you brought sunscreen. That's the hottest turf. Like, that turf is so hot.
Yeah, because there's black turf under it. So we actually got incredibly lucky yesterday. If it was like yesterday, it kind of wasn't a hot day.
But my face and my body burnt.
Oh, dude, if we got like an 85er yesterday, we might not be recording. This would be like BBD and Zach talking Yanks and sex or whatever.
Tune in to that show. That's it's a new one on the network.
Soon.
Yeah,
it didn't never get that hot, and you played during the cool part of the day.
Yes.
I have Peter Moylan in the home plate on that show, and he's just wide-eyed the whole time. He doesn't talk. No mic.
No, he's just nodding, approving. Like, yes, that's true. It's true.
He and Coach Ballgame split the home plate.
Yes, there's 2 plates.
It's called the BBD and Zach Sex Pod.
Yeah.
Let's go into awards.
Yes.
The first award that we give out here on Talkin' Yankees is
Pride of the Yankees.
Pride of the Yankees. And Jake gets to go first. And I wonder who he's gonna choose.
Yeah,
I bet it's boring and predictable, like all of his other prides of the Yankees.
I'm pretty happy that my relationship with God is so strong that I have the Sunday show now for this one. And by the way, quick fake ad, but a real ad. Farm to Fame with Peter Moylan, we just mentioned. I think they're going to do like a trade recap of all the prospects that swapped and stuff coming this week. So
that's awesome.
That'd be a really fun one to check into. James, my pride of the Yankees, and you saw him at third base all weekend long. No, I'm going with Anthony Rizzo.
Wow.
James, there is an easy way to win Yankee fans' hearts. 1,
play good.
Play good. Hit homers. Hit a ball the opposite way. Play good defense. Be Italian. Anthony Rizzo, a clean sweep this weekend. We mentioned.
What was the last one?
I don't know. He goes 5 for 5 getting on base the second game of this series. He hits the Mammo tank job to give the Yankees the lead in game 1. He hits the game-tying RBI today in game 3. And Jimmy, the double play today, that we're talking about the new Yankees, and we are having some fun along the way with some jokes, the sex pod joke and all that stuff. But baseball and the analytics team hates this because there's stuff in baseball you'll never be able to quantify. There's so many little plays in a game that add up. And, we mentioned the Brian Anderson throw that, if he realized Stanton's running, like that changes the game a little bit. Jimmy, that Rizzo double play ball to end the 8th. Britton walks Rojas on 4 pitches. He throws 4 balls to the next batter, but he gets a couple swings. Jimmy, that was Jazz Chisholm running on the double play ball. And they turned it easily. And, man, I think with almost any other first baseman in baseball, you say, hey, well, they got the out at second. That's a nice play. Yankees were out of the inning. And Rizzo, man, I know a lot of the rumors and conversation that came out was that the Yankees and Red Sox were in on Rizzo and Schwarber. And I don't know if you saw this. Bloom came out and said they're going to look into Schwarber at first base. And as you noted on Talking Baseball, he hasn't done that in the major leagues. Man, if that's how things shake out, could you imagine what we would be saying about the Yankees front office if they got Schwarber and they tried him out at first base and it looks ugly and we were like, oh, man, Yanks get another big-time hitter that doesn't play great defense. Instead, we're talking about a Platinum Glove winner, who has won the heart of every Yankee fan. We're in jersey buying season. Like, for all the Tommy Kahnle sickos that were out there, congratulations, Anthony Rizzo.
Yeah. How about the ump trying to take that one play away from him, saying he was off the bag, as if like he would make that mistake?
Hey, Blue, normal play.
It's as basic as a call could get, Blue.
Just regular old baseball here.
What about that ball that Rizzo dropped? You're not holding that against him? Just let it fall?
He's immaculate.
I mean, he is going to be loved. He's going to get a big ovation. And it sucks. But no, I mean, the eye, I don't know if you saw it because we were at the Renegades game and I turned around to watch his one at bat in game 2. His second walk. I don't know if you can look at the game day. I think 2 of the balls were in the zone per my eyes.
Sure.
And the ump was just like, well, he's Anthony Rizzo. I'll just go with whatever he says.
A little respect.
Yeah, you put a little respect on his name.
A little respect.
Tony Rizzo.
And the other thing I'm interested to see in game 1, before he hit the Mammo homer off of Zach Thompson, Thompson was throwing a lot of cutters. He was just hammering with cutters, as a lot of righties with cutters do to lefties. And he was kind of beating Rizzo to the spot on it. And then that next at bat, Rizzo jumped in front of him. So I don't know. That could have been one at bat. We're still learning out who this guy is all around. But it looked like a mid-game adjustment where he got the bad head out there and, changed the course of this series.
He's good.
He's good. He's a good baseball player.
Did you see Javi hit a home run and Chris Bryant hit a home run? Trevor had a good, Plouffe had a good tweet. She's like, mercenary baseball. So hot right now.
It is. Sure is. Go add a couple zeros to your upcoming paychecks, boys.
Fun deadline. All right. My pride of the Yankees is Jameson Taillon. As you said, it was 5.2 innings pitched, 5 hits, 0 earned runs.
It's good.
Speaking of, Peter Moreland's calling me right now. Should I answer?
Yeah.
Peter Moreland, we're recording Talkin' Yanks right now. Okay, I'll call you back.
Ciao.
Okay. He didn't want to chat. He had dark secrets.
Was that a chow?
It was a chow.
Not a lot of people can pull that off.
Chow.
A lot of people get Gabe from The Office there.
Chow. Yeah. He did pull it off. Shit, my laptop's gonna die. Taillon, man, he's throwing all his fastballs. Remember, we were like, Taillon needs a secondary pitch. Taillon needs to find his changeup. He needs to find this to work. I don't know how he's doing it, but he's just throwing his fastball more and more and more.
I think the one thing I did see on the broadcast was when early on this season, he was throwing a sinker 10% of the time. And I think he fully scrapped that and just added that to the regular four-seam fastball bucket. Because his four-seamer's nasty. I know 94 doesn't scare people anymore, but this is why they measure spin rate and stuff like that, because his 94 plays 97, 98 when it's right. Guys can't, line it up.
Yeah, he's probably going to win pitcher of the month in the AL. I think. I mean, this month he's got a 1.16 ERA.
I love it.
1.16 in his 5 games in July. 7 innings pitched, 1 earned run. 6 innings pitched, 2 earned runs. 5.1 innings pitched, 0 earned runs. 7 innings pitched, 1 earned run. 5.2, 0 earned runs. And let me tell you who he pitched against, because this game that I'm giving them pride for, it's the Miami Marlins, and not a great team, and their lineup has a ton of holes. But earlier in the year, Seattle Mariners, currently fighting for them for, well, not for a second wild card, but they're in the race with us.
Yeah.
Houston, playoff team. Red Sox, playoff team. Red Sox again, playoff team. So that's a good month. Impressive month. think a lot of people were down and out after the first couple months of Tyone's tenure here in the Bronx. It's getting better. And I even think this really helps his splits now as well, Jake, because that was the other thing. Great at the stadium, but when he's away, he's not good. But I think that that's going to start getting closer and closer as we go.
Jim, four of those starts were on the road. The only one was Boston at home. And Jim, they won 4 of these games. The only one they lost was the Altuve walk-off game. So if that 6-run final inning in Houston didn't happen, I think Tyone himself and the Yankees would have been 5-0 in his starts this month. And that's pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty good. So he's an easy pride. I think, for a second I was like, do I double up? Does Rizzo deserve both? He does. He could have, but Tyone deserves pretty good. Pretty good.
Double pride.
Pretty good.
And that's I'll give myself a little, it's not even an actual pat on the back. I said after his Seattle start, because it was still kind of dark times in Yankees land. That was the West Coast trip to save the season before the deadline. I was like, it'd be cool if we can dream of like a nice Tyone second half, whether that's important this year or next year, and we're having it.
Yeah. I mean, we're having a really good, 1 point whatever ERA is amazing.
That's a good gumbo.
Next up.
Yankee motherfucker.
MFer. Who you got?
Oh, my Yankee MFer this series. We got a couple options, huh? I am going to go with, I'm seeing 2 real options. I guess the one that I have more of a speech prepared on, I'll go with Gleyber. Gleyber puts up a 1 for 13 this series. I don't mind too much. He got ejected as well, which at the time seemed a little scary. Like, I know he didn't do much to get ejected. He had a 2 of 10 on the should be ejected scale. But with a short bench and these Yankees and not knowing how serious the injuries were, that got a little scary for a second. The only thing is, like, Gleyber was rolling. He had this hot second half going, and so he stumbles this series. I hope, baseball's a tough sport, and we just can look back in a couple weeks and say, oh, yeah, that was a tough series against some decent pitching and a tough ballpark to hit in. But, yeah, I'll go Gleyber just because the light was shining bright, and now it's flashing again.
He's definitely an option. I mean, he was on a good stretch. So he also, that double play with Rizzo, he's unleashing those throws a little bit.
Feeling it.
Feeling the rhythm. In the flow. Good MFer.
There's a little bit of just like defense this series. That double play, notwithstanding. I think that's when you would use that word. Where like, I think he had an error in game 1, and he had the weird glove tag play in game 2 that ended up not mattering, but at the time made everything scary.
That could have been.
I think it's clean.
It could have been a bad time.
It was a little bit of irony because, like, one of the big benefits of Rizzo is great defense. He's going to help Gleyber more than anybody else because he's going to pick everything. And just funny, first 2 games with Rizzo makes 2 bad defensive plays, but that's baseball.
Oops.
That's Amore.
Who's your MF for Jim?
Gary.
Yeah.
Gary's having a bad stretch. It's been a little bit now. It's been 21 at bats since his last home run. So I'm going to need him to pop one against Baltimore. It seems like Baltimore at home is a good slump buster for him and Gleyber, if we're being honest. It's kind of maybe a what to watch for going into the Baltimore series. If we can get Gary and Gleyber going, that would be key. And Baltimore seems like a team that could maybe help them do that. But yeah, not a good series for Gary. I do, if you believe in the catcher helping the pitchers, it was a great series for all the pitchers. So maybe defensively, Gary had a nice series, but offensively, he did nothing. He went 1 for 12. Now that one was in the middle of like a game-winning rally. So, If you're only going to get one hit, make it count. It scored a run. Would have scored more runs if it wasn't a ground rule double. So would have been out at the stadium, you said?
I think so. It probably would have been tight. We can look it up. I mean, it one hopped and went over the wall, and I think the wall was listed at like it was 325 down the line, so it probably would have been 330, 340-ish. Would have been close. I mean, that's I think him and Gallo would have been Yabos at the stadium.
And Gary had the back pick game too. If we're looking for another good thing,
that was pretty nice.
It was like that was a good game, just only one hit, but the hitman.
So defensively, I'm not bad, but offensively, good job, Gary.
And Alfaro was kind of peacocking at catcher, especially the first game. So some catcher stuff there. And yeah, Jim, kind of what you're saying about the Baltimore series. I'm thinking, we'll be on the mics again in 3-4 days or whatever, saying basically inverted about this series. Like I'd assume the bats are going to hit because Baltimore doesn't have a ton of pitching, but a couple of our pitchers are probably going to get knocked around because Baltimore still has a couple guys that can hit a little bit.
Yeah. Do you want me to show you something?
Yeah, man.
How do I share my screen?
How do I share my screen?
Or maybe it doesn't matter.
Nothing matters.
Nothing matters in this whole wide world.
Should be able to share screen now.
I think
love friendship.
Matters.
Okay. Can you see this?
I can see that.
So this is where his ground rule double was?
Yeah. So what's the distance on there?
In Miami, I'm going to overlay the stadium with it. Would have been a homer.
Gone at the stadium.
Gone at the stadium. Do you want me to do Gallows while we're here?
I'll get a bicep flex in. Yeah, do Gallows while we're here.
Was Gallows today, though?
Gallows was today.
Then I can't do it.
Gallows was literally right at the base of the wall, so that one was for sure out.
Okay. Good job by Gary. Gone at the stadium.
Good memo for Gary. Gone at the stadium.
Still gets MFer.
Yeah. It's a sweep. It's a sweep. Maybe that should be our thing. MFers, they get the MFer, but you say positive stuff about them for most of it.
I think we've declared that before.
Okay. Official.
Yeah. Regular old awards?
Regular old awards.
Why don't you give one of those regular old awards you always give out? Best hair.
Jim, I'm giving out the pickup basketball award.
Wow. I was going to give out the same award, except mine was going to be called most likely to not sleep with Jake's mom. But I think that's a similar vein.
You think that's a similar vein?
I don't know which way you're going with yours.
Shout out to my mom.
It was nice to see your family.
Shout out to both our families. Rolled out.
Pick up basketball. I'm going with, I think you're going to do Gallo.
Official guess?
That's my official guess, yes.
Jim, the pickup basketball award goes to Lucas Litke.
Oh, the lint liquor.
The lint liquor, Jim. He drops a casual 2 innings pitched, no hits, no walks, 4 strikeouts. The reason I'm calling it the pickup basketball is I think if you play a game of pickup basketball and you feel good about yourself, or maybe even if you lie to it, you say you went 2 for 4 from the field. You're like, yeah, I played okay. I was 2 for 4, I was in the mix. And Licky dropped a casual 2 with 4 punchies on us. And that stat line jumped out to me because I believe his last outing was also a 2 for 4. His last outing was in Tampa, 2 innings pitched, 4 Ks. So his last 2 appearances, that's been the stat line. And Jim, the ERA, which now we're having a full relief pitcher season, 49 innings pitched, 2.94 ERA for Licky. He's been a stud.
He has. What if, I mean, it's nice that I think that's going to be his role.
Yeah.
Like, all right, you're not, if everyone's healthy or everyone's like ready, you're not going to be important in part of the pitching path of victory.
Right.
But if two of the guys are down, you're going to be so important to the path of victory.
Between rest days in the regular season, or if a start goes not necessarily awry, but like, you know, if a pitch count's getting up there and a team's working someone, like if you're only getting a 4.1 from a starting pitcher that day, like here's your connect the dot to get you into the 7th inning, which that's a very important piece. Dude, we're getting into like, where would the Yankees season be without Licky? Like he's throwing 49, like high-ish leverage innings.
Where would we be without Litke? I don't know. You were hoping like Nick Nelson was going to be that role.
Yeeps.
Good award. He deserves
Thank
it. I'm going to go with the Pueblo award.
Jimmy. I was saving a joke like this for future Burns.
Oh, okay. Well, people will forget about it, and then you can use it. It's not that. It's not that clever.
You're jumping on the Clay Holmes train.
Well, I mean, what do the Pueblo Indians make their homes out of, Jake?
Clay.
And what is Clay Holmes going to do the rest of the season?
Put mud on the balls.
Use dirt as his friend. Sinker ball, ground ball pitcher. You better get the hose out when Clay's pitching and wet that dirt, turn it into clay, and that's going to help those balls just deaden. He goes 5 pitches, 3 ground balls, comes in game 3, gets some more ground balls. I think he got 1 pop up. Clay Holmes, man. Is he not a better option than Nick Nelson or Brooks Kriske or name some other Wandy Peralta, name some other guys that have been low leverage. We're losing by 1 or 2 runs usage.
Yeah, and I think most importantly about it, and this is where relievers are messed up, because every reliever, even the best relievers, Aroldis Chapman is going to have 6, 7 bad days this year. And it's so funny that if Clay Holmes came over and got hit one of these first 2 games, I think we'd be a little nervous. But, dude, his stuff looks legit. That fastball is going to play. And, like, I think you might have said in the Friday episode or one of our trade episodes, the Yankees and what we've seen their formula to be is probably going to be like, hey, pump it more. Like, it works. Keep throwing it, kid.
Yeah, I wanted to look into his usage because, you know, Britton uses his sinker ball. How often? I think it's in the 70s. Why would Buck Britton come up on my search before Zach Britton?
Because he's a fun guy. Like, everyone around baseball likes him.
I mean, it's Zach Britton's brother, but like, how do I search Britton on Baseball Savant and his brother Buck comes up first?
Probably alphabetical.
That's B versus Z stuff.
Well, I feel bad for all the Z people in the world. They just get absolutely slighted. Last in line always.
You adapt.
Having your last name start with a Z and like having to be the last person called at high school graduation. Like I'm not early, but
well, that's the thing. Good news here is his last name is Britton still. So he's actually first.
It's a separate thought that I'm having.
We're having a nice conversation.
I struggled with Storielli for a little bit because if you got the wrong class in 3rd grade, you're coming up on one of the last desks, and that's not cool.
One of the last 3.
Awesome. Yeah. But if you get a lot of T's and some funky last names, I'm close to middle of the pack. That's where I like to be.
I was right in the middle.
M, I think, falls right in the middle.
It's exactly the middle. It's pretty awesome.
Well, that's the middle, like actually numbers wise, right?
I believe so. I think
But
the
because
13th
there's
letter out of 26.
There's got to be 2, right?
the back end of the alphabet is full of letters that don't get a lot of names attached. I think
But there's a lot of high volume letters.
I guess is a big one.
Lot.
S and T are big ones for sure, but there's a lot in the front.
Oh, for sure.
In the front.
Anyway, Clay Holmes, he has a nice sinker that works, but he only uses it. Last year was 30% of the time. This year, 50. And like we said, Zach Britton uses his sinker. He's at 85% this season. In 2018, he was at 91%. What's his amazing year? 2016, 91%. So I think the Yankees, and I've said this on here, I think they might be going, hey, Clay, you're a reliever, dude. Why don't you just take that one pitch you throw and throw it all the time? And that's kind of what he did in his first outing when the Yankees won Fortitude. I think he only threw 5 pitches, so a little tough, but I think all 5 were sinkers.
I was if I was going to give him I was going to give him an award, it was going to be something around royalty because he was kind of taking Mike King's spot with the 5-pitch outing. But yeah, I'll buy into some Clay Holmes. We're buying everything right now.
Yeah, we're gonna buy everything. I don't want to live in a Clay home though. That sounds disgusting. Cold.
I do a night.
You'd get spooked. You'd be so scared.
I'm not that scared because, like,
you're scared.
I get eaten by a wolf in a Clay Holmes, and it's like, whoa, you're went out.
You're scared of that.
He went out.
Like Google a Clay home.
How about a couple bullpen awards?
Google scary Clay home.
Well, I wouldn't want the scary one.
Yeah, but I'd
probably want the bougie one where they'd be like, no,
don't Google scary Clay home.
It was totally
bad.
Some like Denver glamping place. And it's like, yeah, we killed all the lizards, but enjoy your stay. Like, whoa.
Why would they kill all the lizards?
Can someone make us a Yankees roster 3rd grade classroom seating chart with the last names?
Yes. It's done.
Do you want them to go vertically or horizontally?
I would be a vertical guy if I was a teacher.
I was going vertical.
I'd start bottom left as I'm staring at the kids and then go all the way to the back and then you keep going.
Okay. Someone will have first one who has that. They're getting love on the internet.
Yeah, that's that first marking period seating chart.
Because
then, you change it up, and the personality's better for the second.
Jake, you have another award to give out.
I'm giving out the Layla Award.
Layla.
Like the female's name, like the song.
Like the song.
Yeah.
Okay, don't make this explanation too long. Go.
Did you guess?
How funny is no.
Okay.
I made a joke that literally only you understand.
Apparently I've got.
And we can't explain it because we can't. So that's what I was doing. It goes to Eric Clapton, obviously.
I wish. It does not. Jim, it goes to Joely Rodriguez because he only threw 1 pitch today. So he was instant and he got the win.
Yes. Great job by Joely Rodriguez.
Yes. 1 pitch. We do
instant victory.
It's so quick. It just happened. Mm-hmm. 1 pitch gets a W.
He's almost apologetic about it. Like, sorry, Yankees fans. I wish I would have lasted longer in the game so you could have seen me, my full repertoire. But
Well, that's the thing.
Sometimes
Jim.
it goes quicker than you want.
Sometimes it goes so fast. We wax poetic on here about Clay Holmes.
Yeah. No. I don't want to live. I wouldn't want to live in a.
We
Adobe
didn't
home.
even get to see enough of Joe Ellie to wax poetic about him if we wanted to. He only threw one pitch.
I know.
He's in and out of there.
If our friends, if our friends were to be like, "Hey, is Joe Ellie good?"
Yeah.
You're like, I don't know. I mean,
it just kind of happened.
Gonna have to see him a second time to figure it out.
And like, he'll probably never see Magneuris Sierra again, who I believe he got out.
That's the name of the person he got out?
Yeah.
What pitch did he throw?
No idea. It's gross though.
It was gross.
Let's see. Magneuris Sierra, Dylan Floro, get out of here. Don't care, dude.
The weirdest part,
sinker, 93-mile-per-hour sinker.
And where'd it get hit to?
It was a ground out to Rugi.
And the weirdest part was that Joely threw his glove at it, fell off his hand, and then he just left his glove on the field.
That didn't happen. For our audio or visual or anyone, that didn't happen.
Someone in the chat says, is this actually the Jake Storielli Premature Jacks Award?
What the hell is that?
I wasn't picking that up at all.
Tom Ace, my guy.
Tom Ace.
Good job, Joely. Do that every time, man.
Yeah. Unless you have to get 3 outs and not like more pitches.
1 pitch per out. Everyone's stuck on Rizzo. I'm a Joely guy.
Yes, Jesus. I'm a Clay Holmes guy.
Who's your final award going to?
My final award is a Happy Flight Award.
Happy Flight Award.
The Happy Flight Award.
Okay. So you're at a brewery. You're an IPA guy. And you're like, here's the deal. I know you guys probably have one oddball IPA that the weirdos like. Can I just get the normal IPA flight? And it goes to Aaron Judge.
Wrong, man. Embarrassingly wrong.
Damn.
BBD knows it.
Zach Britton?
Wrong again. Wow.
Was hoping for full relievers.
So you lied.
Did you point down? Because I don't know where I am on your screen.
No, I was doing like a Maury, and that was a lie.
Okay. Joey Gallo, man. Happy flight. You got a hit. You got a double. Yeah, your first hit as a Yankee before putting on the pinstripes and going back to New York. If he had gone hitless, would have been more on his mind on this flight. But now he can just go up and down the plane. Get to know your teammates. Chill out. I mean, that double felt good. It's gone at the stadium. He had some hard hit balls, but I think if he goes hitless in his first 3 games, he's carrying that with him. And hopefully this allows him to just be like, okay, got that out of my way. More coming. Happy flight for Joey Gallo.
Yeah, that was your what to watch for on the Talkin' Yanks pregame show post. And yeah, it's huge. And dude, again, would have been gone at the stadium. If this was any other ballpark, it might get out of there. And we're talking about the Joey Gallo experience, bro. And yeah, I saw some people online that were like, dude, the standing ovation Rizzo's going to get tomorrow night. It's going to be nuts. Give Gallo one too. You know, we're Yankee fans. Welcome to the family. He shaved his face. His cheeks are out there. He's a little nervous about that. It's been a while. So go nuts for Gallo.
He looks odd. He looks like what I said he looked like at the diner. And I don't know if we're ready for that.
We're not. Did you watch how hard he ran on the double?
Yeah, he's fast. He's a fast guy.
Dude, he's fast and he runs hard, which even like our fast guys haven't been hard runners. Like Miguel Andujar has been our hardest runner for the past 2 years. And so watching an actual fast guy try to run hard, it's like, whoa, this is cool.
You think anyone sat down with him? It's like, don't get hurt here. You know,
bro, hit a couple homers. You don't have to run anymore.
Yeah. Hey, I saw you running pretty hard out there. Just make sure you don't get hurt. We value not getting hurt.
You think that's the Yankees? Teams do stars for different things and stuff like that. The Yankees have like a if you homer, you don't have to hustle star.
Yes, it's called Homer.
Homer.
Yeah.
Shout out to Homer Bush.
No. Actually, I'll shout out Homer Bush. I think he follows me on Twitter.
Yeah, I think his son's also been like very friendly with us too. So
okay, then shout out Homer Bush.
HBJ.
Shout out Homer Bush. Very nice.
Shout out Homer Bush's son too.
Talked to him once.
You talked to him once?
Yeah, for this job, I talked to him once.
Wow. Did he ask to come on the show and you said, nah, you wouldn't like it?
No, he was on GM Files, and so I met him on that call.
Oh, Homer Bush, not Homer Bush's son.
No. Homer Bush, who we're shouting out.
I was shouting out all the Bushes.
I mean, I'm happy to do
Political.
Don't get political on us, BBD.
Always. Great award, Jim.
What was it? Repeat it back to me what it was.
Happy Flight Award.
Nice. Thanks for listening. It means a lot.
That was a coin flip for me.
It's a great guess, Jig.
A little bit of housekeeping. Chappie gave the stare, which we haven't seen in a while. He's looking like the Chappie train is fully back.
2 clean innings, and even though it was the Marlins, 2 clean innings, no walks, no hits, right?
Right.
3 strikeouts, 6 outs. So yeah, I was gonna give him an award. I'm glad you brought him up. The whole bullpen, and
yeah,
and man, I think from here on out, from here until crunch time, like if it's not a team above us in the standings or even with us, okay. So if it's not the Mariners, the A's, the Rays, or the Red Sox, I think you cannot throw Chad or Johnny for multiple innings. I don't care how few pitches they throw or not. They've been really overusing these guys. And I think one of them had a real quick inning, and I was talking with someone at the Renegades game. They're like, well, they're just running back out there. I'm like, dude, they can't. They're really used those 2 guys a lot. Everyone else has been hurt or bad or getting breaks here and there, just not used. But unless those 4 teams, I think if you're really in a bind and you got no one else, you can go Chad for 2, Johnny for 2. But looking at the schedule, like Baltimore here, if they play any team that's out of the race, I think you have to try and use the other guys in the bullpen and not use Chad or Johnny for multiple innings.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because you're right, man. You look at the last 6 days of pitching, and the good dudes in the bullpen have been used. So with Baltimore, I mean, we know what the Yankees think. So if they can, man, the bats need to come alive versus Baltimore. They should. And man, if they can have a burnout guy day, I wonder how they do the roster stuff. I'm sure we'll talk about it a little bit on the Tuesday episode. But yeah, I mean, the Seattle series is very important, and they're going to treat it that way, and they're going to want everybody fresh.
Seattle series is so unimportant. We already put him in our rear view.
Yeah, dude. And did you see
Dead and Buried?
This is a little Talkin' Baseball ad. Dude, Castillo gave up a walk-off, which, like, if you're a Seattle fan, that has to be as crippling as it gets.
Yeah, when did we? Oh, that was the car ride home. I think that happened. BBD and Luke and Kyle were driving home. I thought you were with us, but yeah, we had that.
I didn't know that conversation because I wasn't in the car.
You weren't in that car. We had that same conversation. We're like, that sucks, man. I mean, it's just happenstance and all that. But the rookie for the Rangers, or no, is it rookie or is the guy they just traded for? Made his debut,
right?
Yeah, made his
traded
debut
for him in the off season.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sucks. But Mariners, yeah, they're dead and buried, so whatever.
Ooh, that would be cool if whoever the Mariners play before us, bully them. So like their team is kind of in quit mode.
Who are they playing?
Oh no, Jim, not a
I got
Mariners
it.
schedule guy.
You don't know the Mariners schedule by heart.
Not yet.
Dude, I used to be so proud of you. You used to have so much knowledge.
I'll have their last week memorized.
They're playing the Rays, so what do you really want?
Oh, interesting. So that's
Nobody's sweet.
Yeah, just bully each other then.
Like 3 extra inning games.
Honestly, dude, I believe in Rays magic so much that I'm more scared of them than the Red Sox right now.
Okay. I had a pretty Yankees homer chat with the fellas on the drive home.
Obviously.
Just so full of bias. I'm in it. I'm just in it, Jake. Like I opened the top of the show. I'll go back to even keel on talking baseball and be more logical, but my Yankees fandom, dude, everyone sucks.
Jim, I think I said it.
The Rays have no starters.
Right, but that doesn't faze me as much because they just get innings in the regular season. It just happens.
Yeah, regular season, but that don't scare me in playoffs.
Right.
They scare me in a wild card game. I'd fucking be petrified of the Rays in a wild card game. But the Rays aren't built for a series. They don't have any fucking starters.
Let's take care of Baltimore this week. If they sweep Baltimore, I mean, you want to see peacock feathers come out. And that's so dumb because it's Baltimore. But start peacocking, Yankee fans. Remember when the Yankees sucked, the old Yankees team from this year, that team that doesn't exist anymore?
Mm-hmm.
We said, the Yankees, people used to kind of like fear playing the Yankees, and then it flipped. And it's like blood in the water because it's like, oh, these are all unathletic righties. Let's whoop these guys. Like if the Yankees can bully ball Baltimore, I mean, there's going to be a little fear in the streets.
You think so?
I think so.
They didn't bully ball the Marlins, but the Marlins do have pitching. That's like their strong suit.
It's just dubs for now.
So even if they beat the Orioles 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, you're still. I think they got to go bully ball on them.
I think they have to go bully ball on the Orioles. At least one game. Like at least one game, they need double digits.
All right. The Orioles put up 3 runs against Michael Wacha in 5 innings.
Waka.
Hit 2 homers. I'm looking at the Rays starters right now.
Okay.
Do they have anyone coming off the IL? Or it's like, is this is the Rays team?
Is Archer ever coming back? I don't know.
Yarby, McClanahan, Patino, like that's their 3.
They call up McKay. I don't know, man.
And then
did you see they went Rays rude mode on Boston? They closed the game with Chris Mazza.
Well, Boston did that to the Yankees, so.
Right. And I think the Rays did that to the Yankees too, but Rays are mean.
The Rays are mean.
I think the Rays are mean.
Traded away all their. They're stupid. And then the Red Sox. So the Red Sox also don't have any pitching, but their offense is really, really good. And they think Sale's going to come back, but Tanner Hawk's been great in his 2 starts. His last 2 starts. Garrett Richards' last 2 starts, 8 earned runs. Pivetta, 8 earned runs. Perez, 12 earned runs. Evaldi, 7 earned runs. Like I can go back like 40 days and none of the Red Sox pitchers look good.
They're the ESPN game tonight. It's them and the Rays playing for first place, so that's a little bit of fun. Pavetta and McClanahan.
The best ERA by the Red Sox starting pitchers. You go back. How far do we go back? Last 45 games, best ERA is 3.61 by Eovaldi. Everyone else is in the fours. So that's going to catch up to them, hopefully, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's a ton of starting pitching baseball. This is we're getting into talking baseball stuff, but we're peacocking in Yankees land.
All the other playoff teams have good starting pitching. White Sox, White Sox, Astros, and is that all?
Depends what you think of Oakland, I guess.
Oakland's got some guys, but yeah. All right. Anything else?
I don't think so. Baltimore.
How much do backyard jacuzzis cost?
BBD.
Money.
Thanks, everyone.
I would guess prices vary.
It looks like around $3,000, but I don't know how much you got to pay in heating. I could use one. Could really use one.
Just get like a bubble maker and put in your bathtub.
We don't even have like a bathtub at the new house.
No tub, or just like not a good bathtub tub?
We just have one, and it's a shower tub, and it's not like in the
right.
It's not
the shallow tub.
It's not in the master bedroom or anything. So
just like laying there and have your beautiful wife Katie, who's also pregnant, just have her like every 2 minutes just splash hot water on you.
Like I'm in a tenement house in New York City.
Like you're in a tenement house in New York City.
Jake. Jesus. Okay, goodbye.
Thanks, everyone. Go Yankees.
I think I can play the outro. Once I use my fingerprint to turn on my laptop, and then I hit the button and I get it all set up. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate you. Have a good rest of your day. Go Yanks. Tell them, Grams.
Go Yankees.
Are we going to have our first like fun sharp stats in a while?
Maybe it's just about how good Rizzo is.
Rope Jake to end the show.